welcome back to Ministry of Life Tutorials. My name's Dan. Today we are talking a little bit about music theory and the keys on a keyboard. It's going to be a three-part video sort of mini-series. Part one discussing the keys on the keyboard, so it's C through C. So if you already know that, and that's a bit basic for you, I would suggest moving on to video 2, which is going to be about building major and minor scales off of each key. And then video 3 is going to be about building chords from the scales we made in video 2. So yeah, that's it. That's the 3 separate parts. And yeah, we'll get straight into part 1. Like I said, if you know the keys on a keyboard, skip part 1 and move straight to part 2. So yeah, we're just going to go over to the keyboard and start on video 1. So thank you. Right guys, so here we are at the keyboard, and I've positioned the camera so that you guys can only see what is called one octave of the keys. And I'll explain what that means quick. It just means we're going from here, which is a C note, right the way through to D, E, F, G, A, B, and back to a C note. So we start on a C note and we end on a C note, and that's how the notes will rotate. C, D, E, F, G, after G, back to A, B, and then back to C. Okay, so that is the musical alphabet, if you will. It runs A through G, but in terms of the piano, we start on C and we run D, E, F, G, A, B, and back to C. Okay, so I just thought I'd explain that quick for you. I've only shown you one octave on the piano, like I said. It's important to note that this octave shape, or this shape of notes or keys, just repeats up and down the piano. So you have C to C, and then C to C up the piano and down the piano. So this square that you can see on your screen, excuse me, just repeats up and down the piano. So I'm only showing you the one octave just to keep things nice and simple for you, okay? So let's get into what notes are what. Like I said, we start here on the C. This is where the C note is going to be on all pianos, all keyboards. And if you want to sort of make a mental note as to where it is, what I do is I look for the set of 2 black keys. So you've got 2 black keys, 3 black keys, and then the next octave up or down, you'll have another set of 2 and another set of 3. So to find the C note, you look for the set of 2 black keys. You come just left of where the first black key is, and this is always going to be your C note, okay? So moving on from that, let's just get our primary notes out of the way, okay? So we start on C. Yeah, if you go up to the next white key, you get D, and this carries on. So you go to the next white key, you get E, F, G, A, B, and C. So C is here, C is also here, and the notes in between, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. Okay, so that is the name of the primary notes on the keyboard, the note names rather. So let's talk about sharps. We're not going to talk about flats, we're just going to mention the sharps. Okay, so what a sharp is, if you look at the black keys, all these are going to be sharps in this example. So if I get my C note here, and I come up to the black key just right of it, this is what's called a C sharp. Okay, and then the same rule applies for the D. So we have the D note there. If we come up to the black key just to the right, D sharp. Okay, so we've got C sharp, D sharp. Now if you notice, the E note has no black key in between. So we have no E sharp. We go straight from E to F. And then the F has a black key next to it on the right hand side. This is F sharp. Yeah, and the same thing continues. So we have a G here, this becomes a G sharp. We have an A here, this is an A sharp. And then we have our B note on the white key with no sharp. So it's B straight to C. Okay, so just to name all of the notes for you from right to left, it goes C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, and back to C. Okay guys, so that is all of the notes that exist within one octave on the keyboard. And remember what I said at the start, yeah, this pattern just repeats up and down the piano. So where this C ends, we will just get a repeat of this pattern starting from here, and the notes will sound higher. They will be the same notes, however, just up an octave. So this group here is an octave. If I move my hand same space up to there, we get an octave group, and the same all the way up and down the keyboard. So I just wanted to show you one octave just to keep it simple, because you basically only have to learn these 12 notes, you know, the primaries and the sharps, and then you just repeat that pattern up and down the keyboard. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, and yeah, I hope you guys now know the names of the notes on the keyboard within one octave. So thanks for listening, and make sure you go over to video 2, where we will start to talk about how to build different scales off of each note on the keyboard. There we go guys, thank you for listening to part 1 of the video. Make sure you go and check out part 2, where we're going to start building major and minor scales off of any key within the set of notes that we just went over in video 1. So yeah, see you on the next video. Thank you.